Finally going along. I had a couple of long streams this weekend, and then I didn't like need a break afterwards. It just a couple of things happened yesterday, so I wanted to come back and stream in the afternoon, and then I wanted to stream at night, and things happened. So, there we go. Everybody in Discord knows now. I'm actually... Let's see. I'll show y'all real quick. I'm not going to make you guys watch this, but... That's not what I want. What am I looking for? My app that I use to stream, I accidentally... I think it draws a decent amount of power when I'm using it. So when I'm done, I have to force close the program, it seems. I think I uninstalled it by mistake the other day, so it wasn't where I wanted it to be on my home screen. I'm actually grinding out my new Doken unit. So it's Golden Week in Doken Battle. And, of course, coming home, I'm exhausted. I wouldn't say, I went, to my local, usual bar last night. So I had an emergency with a friend, and then afterwards, like, alright, while I'm out, let's go grab a few drinks. But I didn't go nuts or anything. But when I came back last night, you know, maybe half in the bag and really, really, really tired, I pulled on the Golden Week banners, and I actually got lucky. I got both of the new units in Doken Battle, so... But that's enough of that. I'm going to make you guys sit through that. Anyway, Doken Battle has this thing where leveling is almost nothing. Hey, Rokus. Leveling is almost nothing. Like, honestly, the experience mats in this game aren't that bad. I can tell that when we are done with the initial grind, you are not going to worry about leveling up brand new units that you get. Maybe all the farm units and whatnot, but but yeah, as far as like, oh man, you get the new unit, it's not going to take you days or weeks to level them up. You'll have enough mats sitting around. I can tell that's how this game is going to be. And Doken's even easier. Like, experience materials are just... You don't think about them. You just have tons and tons and tons and tons and tons of them. But when you get new units in Doken, you have to Doken Awaken them, which is you run a fairly easy event, and you have to do it like 10 or 11 times to get enough medals to Doken Awaken so the unit you actually summon is not going to be the unit that you use. They like kind of not evolve, but like, you know, sometimes sometimes the unit that you pull is like base Goku, and then when you Doken Awaken it, now it's Super Saiyan Goku. That's not a surprise. It's just the way the system works. You know, you get it, and then you awaken it into, you know, the final form. Legendaries you actually have to do 3 times. You get the SSR, then you Doken Awaken it to UR, and then you Doken Awaken even further beyond to LR. Anyway, I know you guys all want to know how to play other games that you didn't tune in to watch. Alright. Alright. Still need to work on Seed. Is that what I have selected? Okay. So even when you leave the game, your last filters are still in. That's good and bad. I'm gonna have to get used to that. Alright. So I need 2 more copies of Freedom. Oh no, sorry, that's my UR. I need a copy of Perfect Strike and... Oh, Providence I have. Okay, so it favorited that. That's it for SSR, right? So I need 2 copies of this guy. Alright, so 1 perfect strike and 2 providence. Right? No, which one? Don't I have... Did I set it to development only? No. Don't I have a... Didn't I have a gotcha SSR? I can't tell which one that was. Josh! Hello, just recently saw one of your videos. Enjoy your SD jet... Oh, thank you, man. I really appreciate that. Thanks for coming in to say that and joining the stream and all that. No, this is my regular account. I'll go into my free-to-play if I have time. I'm not going to focus on that too much. Just got busy this weekend. My thing on PvP? First of all, and this is the thing. That was a Japanese live stream, and that is a test event for PvP. Might not even come to the global version. Okay. I'm not saying there's any reason not to believe that. We should assume that we're going to get it. But, like, it is not 100%. I feel like I have to be that guy. I'm sorry. I always have to be that guy. But the Japanese version and the global version of this game are different. And you can't forget that. There have already been small differences. But my thing on PvP, we don't know enough. We don't know enough. It's not going to be real PvP. Hopefully it doesn't make you feel bad for not whaling. Because that's really annoying. Okay. I thought I had an SSR from Seed. Is there more than one? Oh, okay. It's the Rising Freedom. I don't know anything about the different Seed series. Like, it's not like, oh, I don't like them and let me crap on them. Like, yes, I enjoy doing that, but, like, I really don't know anything about them. But, okay, so I got him up to a second. I remember I was using this guy in something, and I was like, oh, he's strong. Okay. Anyway, I need to work on Providence and Perfect Strike. Probably already did this. Alright. Alright. Okay. Not a great stage for this party. Azriel, I don't know if we've chatted before. Welcome. Development quality of life will be huge. Yes, dude. Yes. Because I think the seed tree is especially annoying. Can't wait for quality of life changes to... Yeah, Josh. The same thing there. Yeah, exactly. Still wondering how far we're going to lag behind. No. We're not going to lag behind, necessarily. Just... We're not going to... Like, things are going to come at the same time. Hey, Stars. I'm just telling you that there are going to be things, and I think there'll be small things, that the Japanese version will get that we don't. Like, and you know what? It has gone both ways. The tickets that we got with promo codes, apparently the Japanese version didn't get those. You know? But they got paid banners at launch that we didn't get. Now, they weren't for extra units. A lot of you guys don't care about that. So, for some people, you're going to say, like, you're just nitpicking, like, you're just nagging, like, this doesn't matter at all. But there's probably going to be a couple of things that they get and we don't. Or, like, a feature. So, I'm just cautioning. I don't know. I really have to be negative. I go out of my way to be negative. I know that's what it feels like. But something like a test for PvP, I'll say that I'm, like, 95% sure that we're going to get that. Like, you know, like... It is far from outside the realm of possibility that we don't get it. Is the event not hard? The new Seed one, well, we don't have it yet. And as far as the Red Gundam one, not really. Like, you know, if you've been playing, like, super casually, and you don't have anything, like, maxed, or you didn't use the G-Quocks and whatnot, then it's going to seem hard. A little bit. But also, I just played through the story for a week, and when it came out, I just blasted through it with my leveling team on auto, and didn't even look at it, and got a 3-star, so... But there's also strategies that make it way easier. Yeah, they didn't really give us much. We don't know how it's going to work. We don't know how much advantage whales are going to have. It's going to be hard for whales to not have an advantage in any kind of PvP. But there are certain modes, like it could just be something where we're comparing ourselves to other players' results instead of directly competing against even their teams. It's hard to say. There's not enough details. But yeah, and because... Like, I'm not saying that Global won't get a PvP feature. I mean, this first test run, this is Season 0. So, you never know. Oh, okay, there we go. I think I need... Pretty sure this one needs 2 more units. But this will be one of them. So let's go check it out. I don't trust my memory at all, especially since these... Like, Wing is easy. Wing, I look at Wing, I'm like, oh, Death Scythe, this and this. This is literally like Gundam A, Gundam B, Gundam C, Gundam D to me. And I don't remember which one's B and C. Like, I'm not exact... Like, that's how it is to me. Strike, Freedom, Justice, Providence... They're just I don't associate that with a mobile seat. I don't even remember what color they are. They all just look like Gundams. They're just Gundams to me. Like, I can't see anything in them. That's part of why I hate Seed. Like, none of them are distinct to me. Oh, that one's red. Oh, that one has a big sword. Other than that, they're all just Gundam skins. I know I know that I'm wrong, like, but like that's just what I see, like, and the SD version doesn't help. Let's see, is this one? Okay. Oh god, damn it! This is the worst one to farm. All right, let's go make our sword strike. Let's go make these 2. Alright. Which one's strike gun? This one, right? No. Did I go too far? Oh, no. He's down here, right? Alright, I know we're going to need at least 3 of those. We could save gold or capital by trying to farm some of the strike daggers, but I'd rather just be able to farm other things. So, all right, which one's the astray? Right. So okay, right. Each of these takes 6 strike daggers. Dude, this is like. Oh my god, these are the beginning steps for the first of 3. Like, I'm glad that they realized right away, like, oh wow, we screwed up. This development system is going, like, it goes downhill fast. Like, the first time you go through a development map, like, especially for Mobile Suit Gundam, like, it's fairly simple, and you don't know what you're doing anyway, so you're like, oh, none of this is any problem. Oh, I have to go make another copy of this one that I used before. That's fine. And then you get to this, where they start going nuts at the end, like, oh yeah, this is 3 Gundams that's made up of... And each of those is made up of 2 or 3 Gundams. And each of those has steps that take a couple of different Gundams. And they all start with the same building blocks. And there's no shortcuts. Like... It's like, oh man... What were they thinking? Hopefully this is fixed tomorrow night, but I'd rather just do it now. And whine to you guys about it. I'm free to play and have been developing the SSR units and they help in the red gun. Oh, hell yeah. Plus you took XE on your free roll. Oh, yeah, exactly. And Josh, you can actually... I was stubborn about it at first. But you can actually just... You can go in there with a max level G-Quux and literally solo it. You don't have to have any other unit on your team. Now bring other units on your team to get the free experience, because they literally don't have to move at all. But yeah, it's really easy. But the pilot needs to be max. The mobile suit needs to be max. And you need to have a 7% attack mod on. You need all of those things. You might be able to give up 1 level or something like that, but I think... Oh yeah, I had the right mod, but I was still like 5,000 damage off. And my suit was level 1, like 98, and my pilot was like 87, like 3 off max. And they're like, no, you have to max the pilot. And I was like starting to get like annoyed, like, dude, there's no way that those couple of levels, those couple of points are not gonna have me do another 5,000 damage, guys. Why are you telling me to do this? And then I did it, and it was easy. Yeah, it was clear. I was like, what? How did that... I was getting all pissy, and then it immediately worked. So, yeah, like, it's the numbers are damn near perfect. You have to have your... Oh, and the G-Quux has to be SP converted, but... that's not a small detail, sorry, but... But anyway, it works out, like, perfectly. Oh, here's another thing. I have to go all the way down this damn tree. I don't know how they thought this was a good idea. I mean, they realized the mistake immediately, but... This suit is gonna suck so hard to make. We're not a third of the way through yet. Ezreal, when it comes to, sorry to sound like combative here, when people say things like you don't need to do the PvP, you don't need to get your, login rewards either. But if all of the other players were getting login rewards and you didn't, you don't need login rewards, bro. That's the same thing. Hey, all the other players got gifted 1,000 diamonds, but you don't get those. You don't need those 1,000 diamonds to play. Come on, man. That's how it is when you don't like PvP in games like this. Like, you know, sorry to sound combative, but like I said, some games are better than others. There's a lot of games where just everything is a scarce resource, and it gets annoying. All right, I think I need to do this twice, don't I? I think we're about halfway there. And this is only the second awakening, or second limit break for this guy, so we're going to have to do it again. I'm running lower on my level up materials, that I was fairly proud of. Yeah, I had over 1,000 of these the other day. So, definitely takes a lot. Because I'm not really using it on my my units anymore, like, to make them stronger. Like, I do it every once in a while, but yeah, I'm losing most of my XP mats to the development maps. Alright. I never trust myself. Like, I know that I have to go do this, but I still don't trust myself. Is this it? And, of course, let's go blow another 24 gold upgrade data. There we go. Oh, thank God that was the last one. Thank you. Okay, so we have one unit left to limit break and seed. Just the Providence Gundam. For SSRs. Yeah, let's just use our gold mats. Alright, so this one needs 2 copies. Oh, okay, okay. I need 3 more of these journals, so let's go make all... Oh, you know what? Damn it. Alright, so it farms off 3 and we need something here. Sometimes I feel like it's wrong, but okay. So we'll do the development on that. So we could make 1, but we'll go farm these second 3 technical journals, and maybe we won't have to make 1 or 2 of those suits. That would be nice. Oh, okay, sorry, let me catch up here. Rokus, you come from 7 Deadly Sins and that. Yeah, there are some, like, gacha and PvP can be really toxic. I think a lot of the people that are like, PvP is always good. Play, like, you know, console games and stuff like that. And they don't, maybe they've, like, you know, been really casual in gachas or they've never played one. They're like, hey, I like Gundam. Let me try this game on my phone. But if you've played a couple of gachas, which, you know, there's a handful of us suckers out there that just love abuse, so we play gacha games. That's only half a joke. Sorry to sound like we know better. Like, we know how toxic PvP is in these games. And sometimes it is fun, but it also, there's a lot of FOMO with PvP. Josh, you used SP conversion on GQuux and got it done, and I'm working on the pilot. Good. Josh, if you didn't clear... We haven't talked to... I think... Were you here the other day? Sorry, I forget who I talked to about what. I remember conversations, not names. Yeah, make sure that you're taking out the expert mode on the Red Gundam. But you will need to get the pilot up first. Azrael, you're 72 hours on the warship. I think I've got like 200 AP on mine. I've never let it go up too much. 7 Deadly Sins was just horrible. Character stats in PvP increased by the amount of skins you had. It was real-time battle, so people would log out and etc. It was just toxic. Yeah, exactly. Oh, by the way, so if anyone isn't sure, so the Seed event, okay, that is, we're 37 hours away from it. Just under 37 hours away from it. Should be. It's not, I don't know, these games I'm always like only 90% sure about things. Sometimes they just put things, and another thing that some games do is that not everything rolls out at the same hour or the same day for these events. But they haven't said anything. Like, we should get the banners and the event at the same time. I'll tell you, Doken doesn't work like that. Like, the event starts today, and then 5 hours later you get the banners, or you get the banners like 2 or 3 days later. The anniversary drives people crazy, because in Doken Battle, like, the yearly anniversary starts, and you get some things, and they're neat things. But the banners, which it's gotcha, that's what we're all like. It's like, oh yeah, they come on, they come Friday night. It's like, that's. We don't even have. It's like you don't care that the event is out. You just want that damn banner. They don't seem to be doing that here, but, Good. So anyway, for me in New York, Eastern Daylight Time, that's 11 p.m. tomorrow night. So, like I said, about 37 hours. And I do work that night, but I will be able to make it for... I'll be able to stream for like an hour to an hour and a half. After launch. I'll log on a bit early. Pull stream? Yes. I'm very excited to pull. And like, I know, I'm beating a dead horse now. I don't love the siege units. Now there's, when I was complaining before that all of these suits that I'm farming are all exactly the same to me. No, that's not to say that I don't like the designs. I think these Gundams look cool. So I'm happy to get them. Like, they're going to look cool. They look just like my other favorite suits. I just have no... There's not like, oh my god, yes, I love this unit in the series because of this. And the pilot was so cool. Like, I don't really like much about the Seed anime. But the suits are cool. And I just want to get other stuff. So... Hey, Ivan. Which Gundam? I don't even know. Dude, we don't know anything about the banners either. I'm very excited. We're going to find out a lot about this game. There are... The launch version of a gacha like this is not the full game. It's like, if you want to argue terminology, that's fine. Like, sometimes I say, like, this is more like a beta version of the game. I know it's not the beta. I'm not stupid, okay? But the launch version of a game like this, compared to this game while it has an event going on, are two different things. Because if you've been playing, like, seriously, like I have, and there are people no-lifing this game way harder than me, I know. But, like, you know, doing my refreshes and trying to be fairly optimal and whatnot, you finished the story mode, like, almost a week ago. So this is just grinding the same stages. Like, today's a lot less exciting. Like, it gets less exciting every day. But when there's an event going on, there's going to be more to do. It's going to be different. You're going to have different goals and whatnot. So the way the game plays is going to change a bit. And also the banner system. Like, we will no longer ever spend diamonds on that regular banner ever again. And nobody here should have either. And if you have been spending your gems as you get them, your diamonds, you're bad, and you should feel bad about it. And that's... It's real judgment, but I'm just teasing, because you have fun the way that you like, but... you shouldn't be spending right now. Save your diamonds for tomorrow. But anyway, we don't know anything about the banner system in this game, because it all comes down to featured rates. We don't know what the featured rate's going to be. We have no clue. We don't know if these Gundams going to be on the same banner. That's a huge difference. Still hoping they're going to do some small side stories, like warn about. I am certain they will. There's no reason to believe. First of all, the side stories have some really cool suits. Like, dude, Camphor and Alex, those are cool suits. Like, people love those suits. So they're definitely going to. They might. I'm like dumb explaining like to gacha versions and gacha newbies. There are different size events. Not everything is a main month-long event, you know? Sometimes you get something for like a week or two. You know, War in the Pocket might just be like, you know, a 10 to 14 day event. Meanwhile, this Seed event will probably last a month or close to it. They already have a trailer of what Gundams will be in the banner. It's Freedom Attack Form and Arthur. No. Hubert, what I'm saying is we don't know the pull rates, the mechanics. Like, I know what units are going to be on there. That, like, long term, that means nothing. We're going to find out how the summon system in this game actually works. Because we literally don't know how the summon system in this game works. Raft Clans, I won Golden Week. I won. I got the Goku and the hit. I didn't really care, but I cared enough to, like... Alright, so I bought some of the tickets. Doken does this thing where you can buy tickets for the banner. Just, like, you know, enough for a few multis. The price is a little bit better than, like, the Dragonstone price. Like, if you were to buy the Dragonstones. But you also, like, it doesn't progress the pity or anything like that. You know, you can't get anything out of your dupes that you draw and whatnot. So it's a bad way to summon, but you can save a couple of bucks in it instead. But, like, if you're willing to go to pity, those tickets also suck because, you know, you're just taking an extra chance. So it can feel like a waste of money. So anyway, I did... So they're buy 3, get 1 free banners right now. So me coming home exhausted and mildly intoxicated last night, I did 1 rotation on each banner. I got Goku on his, which I think hit is supposed to be the better one. So it's like, okay, that's lame. And then I bought the tickets for the hit banner. They did 2 banners in this. So there's a Goku banner and a hit banner. I did the tickets for hit. And they sell a $4, a $10, or like a $5, a $12, and a $35 one. So I bought the $4 one for each, or the $5 one for each of them first. They were a whiff. So then I buy both of the mid and top tier one for hit. And what do? I get it on the, like, I get it within the amount of tickets that I would have just gotten the $12 pack for. And then completely whiffed on, you know, the last handful of multis that I bought for $35. But anyway, so 6 multis. I mean, I paid for 6 multis, so 8 multis total, because the 4th one was free each time. So 6 stones worth of multis and like $50 in tickets. Got me both headliners, which in reality is a terrible waste of money. But in gacha terms, I won. Like, that was huge success. Yeah, I feel exactly the same way, Hubert. Like, he was kind of neat at first, but, like, he just feels like a plot hole character, like his power. Like, oh, he's just super strong. And then the way they describe... Why is he keeping up with Super Saiyan God Blue Goku and then Kaioken Blue? Oh, that's just my ability, is that I'm as strong as I need to be. So I went toe-to-toe with you when you were, like, you know, power level 1 million. And then when you go up to power level 178 bajillion, which is basically how that show works now, he still just catches up. Although Super has basically just gotten rid of power levels, because now Krillin is sparring with Super Saiyan Blue Goku. You know, they make it known that he can't win, but, like, they're able to spar. So, you know, Roshi is now fighting the same opponents as Goku is. So they just threw out power levels, which is refreshing. You got Goku, though, Raft? Awesome. Congrats, man. Yeah, I don't know anything about that ticket. My interest in Doken is just minimal right now. I'm not done with Doken. Even if I put Doken down, like, I can come back. And that's a great thing about Doken. I talked about this with Dragon Quest Tact. When I left Dragon Quest Tact, I was just too into it. It was too toxic. And I couldn't stand that Square Enix hates its players. So I quit, and I gave my account away because I knew I couldn't come back to that account. Because it was be ruined, and everything is... Like, when you're a new player in some gachas, you will never catch up to the older players. Doken, that's a lot less true. Now, there's a boatload of grinding. Boatloads of grinding. But stamina is nearly free in Doken. It doesn't matter. If you want to spend, you know, weeks, months of your life catching up on the old content, you can do it. You're going to be just as strong as the you know, day one players. That's not true in a lot of gachas. You know, in fact, the way that DQT works, I explained the other day, like, your box strength actually affects your team strength. They break the units down into family categories like Beast, Mech, you know, Dark Lords, and Hero units and whatnot. There's like 10 different families. So your weaker units actually pump up your unit family strength. So it actually helps you to have your weak units leveled up. It gives them, like, very small boosts to every unit in that family. So even in things like that, like, you're never going to catch up to that day one player. Ever. You can't. Because every resource in that game is scarce. But Doken Battle, I can leave for a year and come back, and, you know, especially if I come back in an anniversary, I'm going to get the strongest units. Now there's, like, 6 of them in the anniversary. The worldwide does at least 4. That might be 6 unit again. Like, and they have old strong units on the banner feature too. So, and you also don't need the newest units to do the content. So anyway, I can literally leave Doken for a year or two, come back, and be able to do 99% of content. So I don't worry about taking a break from Doken. Other gachas, when you leave, you just quit. You know. Yeah, no, Hit is worse than Jiren, yeah. I mean, Jiren's another one, like, Jiren just gets away with, he's from another universe, he's the strongest one in the universe, which, you know, makes some sense. But, I mean, as a character, Jiren is just lame. He has some moments, but, like, there's no design to him. He's a gray blob in spandex. I do appreciate the humor of the... What is it, the Justice Squad or whatever? I know that's not it. But I like the hokey, you know, justice hero thing. But anyway, yeah, so the short answer to that question is I know what's going on in Doken, but my interest is kind of minimum. Oh. Did it the wrong way. Dude, it's weird. When you are out of stamina, that button is grayed out, the resorting button, but it is still active. You can still push it, it still works, and it takes it to the refresh, but it's just grayed out. Alright. So, you know, I kind of like, who's excited for the new event? But, like, we know it's everyone, right? Even I'm excited for it, and I don't like Seed. But, yeah, like I said, even though I don't like Seed, I'm very excited to find how the summon system in this game works. Because not to beat a dead horse, sorry, I know I sound like I'm, like, attacking, but we don't know, like, we literally don't know anything about how summoning works in this game. We just know that it has 4% UR rates, and that could, like, that was just that banner. So, we really don't know anything about summoning in this game. Well, I am finishing up the Seed free-to-play SSRs. So, whatever the great SSR one is it just a... Do I have it on the team? Is it that dark one there? I think it's that guy there. No, I can't see it. But I think I just need 2 more medals for him. And then he'll be fully limit broken. And then I have all the free-to-play SSR Seed characters maxed. You have reroll with 12,000 gems? Nice. Or wait, you mean you're still getting 12,000 when you roll, or... Day 1 UR will be destroyed in new... Yeah, and that's the... It's not that these units are going to be worthless in a couple months, but everything that we have right now are going to be the worst units in the game. Like, it's very unlikely there's going to be an exception to that. So, like, spending your diamonds right now, like, these are going to be the worst units in the game in a couple months, so... and they're always going to be available, so... I think it's this dude, right? Providence Gundam? Is that what I'm... Now, how do I go into... I've never tried to look at their stats during a battle. Okay. Providence Gundam is all that I need. I need 4 more of his... No, sorry, 2 more of his technical journals. Yeah, I mean, pretty much every gacha has a revamp system, but... Yeah, and they'll have their place in the sun again. Yeah, I'm being a little bit, but you know, but these in games like this, like, you're going to have these units max limit broken by, if you spend money, it will be the 6 month. And I don't mean a whale. I mean, like, if you spend like a little bit of money on these banners, like when you try to get everything or even most units, you are going to have these units maxed. In free-to-play players, you might be missing a couple of limit breaks by the 1-year anniversary, but you will have every one of these units limit broken just going for other units. It's a guarantee. You might just get unlucky and like, oh man, I just never can get Phoenix, you know? Or it's like, yeah, Phoenix is just that last one hanging on at 1 or 2 limit break. But it's just not really going to matter then either. It can be that they added after the banners. I'm not sure what we're talking about, adding what. But yeah, what, you know, the featured rate for the 2 new Gundams is going to matter. We don't know if they're going to be on the same banner or not. Bro, for all we know, they're just going to add them to the pool. Now, I don't... That very... Like, most games don't work like that, but... There's just so much that we don't know. So we're going to find out so much about how the game itself works just by being able to see the banners. Because they're... You know, I lecture about this all the time. There are a lot of things that people are just assuming and the community is accepting as truth. Oh, sorry, Stars. No worries. And, you know, you know me. I'm doing my thing where I have to kind of play devil's advocate. A mix between that and the actually boy. So, I just don't like jumping to conclusions. It's like, yes, I agree. 90% chance that it's going to be like this way. But we don't know these things. Alright, hopefully it's always the last couple technical journals that take forever. But hopefully this doesn't take too long. But there's nothing else that I need to grind after this. I'll just work on SSRs from the other series for today. I don't even know. So I guess I have to empty my warship. I should go... I'll probably... open my warship right after reset, because I don't think it will... I don't know how long my warship duration's at. I think it's at like 200 AP. Or that might have been last... I can't remember. It's up there. You can let that store up for a long time. It's really nice. And I got confused because I thought there was a daily mission for getting AP from your warship, but I think that might have just been panel missions. I can't remember. I actually don't even remember what all the daily missions are. 80 hours. Okay. Mike, hey, thanks for joining the stream. If it's 80, I'm going to check it. And you have to be really careful. Because I'm not sure where to hit and where not. Like, you have to, like, tap the corner of the warship. If you tap anywhere near the ship itself, you have to, like, tap the corner of the box. You can check how much longer is left. Because there's no confirmation. You touch that ship... You got all that stuff. But if I'm not going to cap things by being... I'd rather just save my AP for the event tomorrow. I heard the rare Haro warship given the most gold, but I don't know. There's no information. Ymir, hi guys. I'm new in this game. Please give some tips. Well, I do have a new player advice video right now, but here's this game is simpler. It's fairly simple right now. There's going to be a lot in your face while you're going through it. Look at the new player beginner missions. Okay. Do those. And, I mean, the only real advice that you need is do a reroll. Okay? Just do a reroll. Watch a reroll video guide, mine or somebody else's. Okay? Get yourself a couple of good URs, or you can save your diamonds. It's up to you. But use the retry banner to get either Exia or Sazabi. The community loves Exia. It's very useful. Sazabi is also a really good starting pilot, just not as popular as Exia. Exia can go on... You know, you really should go with Exia, just because he can be used on everything. Sazabi, you'll have maps where he just doesn't go, and I kind of forget that system. There's different terrain in these, in this game. Some maps, like, literally just don't allow your units to go. But anyway, yeah, watch a reroll video. Make sure you do that. And don't use the diamonds that you gain until tomorrow night. Tomorrow night is our first event. Just have the words that will, prevent from collecting the base rewards, and Haro give you gold upgrade mats, 10 of each, along with the gain reward. Okay, thank you. I did notice that the warship Oh, sorry. The rewards go up with player rank. That's really cool. Okay, Woden, I did my reroll and got Sazabi one and Freedom in another UR support. You only spent 3. Yes, good. And if you weren't listening, make sure don't spend your diamonds right now. Save them for tomorrow night. We're getting our first event, Gundam Seed. Hopefully you like Seed. I'm not a huge fan of it, but it's still the first banner, and I'm still, the coolest, smartest, best-looking YouTuber in this community. So I gotta summon for you guys. Sorry, the boastfulness is mocking myself. So don't take me seriously. You got 33 diamonds. That's awesome, bro. Okay, so you're barely. You know what you're doing. You know what you're doing. So the best advice for where you are in the game. Obviously, you've gotten through a few story modes and whatnot. Just work on clearing story, and then farm out the SSR units on the development map, and that's all. Just work on your free-to-play teams. Now is a good time to grind out the Gundam Siege unit development units. That's what I'm doing because they could be helpful in the Seed event. The Seed event is going to have increased drop rate for bringing Gundam Seed category units. So. Yeah, Rokus, that would be my plan too, but I mean, I'm joking about, my popularity. I know I'm just a scrub. But just because I do this and I'm going to be doing content for this game, I'm going to take a stab at it. I just want to get my box filled with, I'm going to be happy with any URs that I draw tomorrow night. Stars, that's completely stupid. The second anniversary. Everybody knows the third anniversary is going to have all of the second year anniversary units and more. Don't waste your diamonds on the second anniversary. That's a noob player move. Okay, you gotta it's the third year, and honestly, I think the fourth year might actually be even better. But after 3 years, I get impatient. Sorry, that's making fun of the fact that it's always a better idea to save your stones. Diamonds. But, just launch is the worst time. There's just no argument. You don't want to spend your stones at launch. I like Seed, but I love 00 and Unicorn. Hell yeah. Unicorn... I watched Unicorn, and I liked Unicorn, and I don't remember anything about it. At all. And I know I watched it. And I enjoyed it. And I don't remember anything about it. The Gundam series really tight. It's cool that they follow a cookie cutter mold sometimes. It's it's its thing. It's hokey. It's fun. But also, the series, tie in together so much that I can't remember. Yeah, bro transforms, and that's all I'm hyped about. Yeah. And I like it when suits have, different modes. That's cool to me. But, when they turn into jets, they did in Double Zeta, or the Wing Gundam does that. Well, yeah, the Zero... I forget the name. Gundam Unit 1, is it? I forget the name. I forget the name of the first variation and the second variation of Hero's suit. But, anyway. I do like... I think it's just... Isn't the first one just Unit 01? Gundam 01? I can't remember. Because Zero is, the ultimate suit at the end. It's been so long since I watched Wing. And I really want to watch it again, even though I really, should watch the other series. I don't even remember... Oh, anyway, it doesn't bother me that one turns into a fighter jet, because it really doesn't happen that much, I don't think. But, anyway. Yeah, I like when, their body changes, and it's still a mobile suit, but I don't like when they turn into jets and stuff. I just think that's, That's just, Transformers stuff. I don't like Transformers. Rewatch it, yo. Unicorn shits all over G-Quacks. Oh, 100%. I don't hate G-Quacks, but there's not a lot that I like about... Like, the character art is okay. Well, I don't know, man. Like, some of the characters stand out. Like, Char and, like, the classic unit, they look fine. But then, like, you have this, like, little, like, postmodern, you know, schoolgirl that just seems like she's drawn in another series. Is that just me? I don't know. Like they took her a lot less seriously, which is part of the point. But she just sticks out like a sore thumb. I don't really like her art or the Shido dude. I don't like the kids in that one, and I'm like, man, is this gonna be like a girl power, like kids run the world type of thing? I don't know. I mean, they do that a little bit in Gundam, but it's a little more seriously. It's about children in war. This is about, like, you know, spoiled teenage angst. But, I'm just ranting like an old man. Sorry, I'm a little tired today. But, anyway, like I said, I complain about a lot of things. I don't hate G-Quacks. It's just, like, it's meh. I don't love the art. I definitely don't like the mobile suit designs. I don't hate them, but, like, if you told me that they let somebody from another series take a stab at Gundam, I'd be like, oh, okay, that's why it's different. Okay, cool. So it's not really good. It really doesn't have much to do with Gundam. I ranted about that the other day. It doesn't really feel like a Gundam series to me. It's not just me? Okay, good. Nathan, thanks for joining the chat. Tyke, and I think it's Endless Waltz had the Wing 01 cut. Yeah, so the movie had variations on the suit. They kind of didn't say anything about it. They just had different suits in the movie, right? But in the original, like the regular series, they lose the 5 original suits, and then they get 5 more. And Hero's suit, I can't remember... He only got one replacement. Like, the Wing 0 was his replacement, right? Or was he still piloting... Was he still piloting Unit 1 after the other guys got their second generation suits? I can't remember. Oh, they did announce it. Were they upgrades or different suits? Or I know that 01 was destroyed, but I don't remember if it was destroyed after the other ones, like Ultron and Sandrock and stuff. I feel like Hero saved his suit longer or something. Or did they all blow up I can't remember. Because there's... No. I know they were all destroyed. I know they were all destroyed in the series. But I don't remember... Like, Zero was a big... like, Wing 0 was a bigger deal. Wing 0 was a league above the other suits, I'm pretty sure. It had the Zero system in it. The other suits didn't have the Zero system. Like, Wing 0 was a big deal in that show. And I don't remember if Hero got it at the same time. I thought he got it closer to the end. Yeah, I remember I remember most of that in the movie. I know they launched him off in the sun. But yeah, they were going to launch him off to the sun in the beginning, and they had to go rescue them. Yeah, it was something like that. I know that was with the Tall... So I think that was the story for the Tall Geese. And then you found out the Wing 0 was even before the Tall Geese, I think. It's a while. And it's kind of cool. It's a little bit hokey. It's like, no, the older one is actually stronger. Which works in, like, you know, medieval stuff. But in sci-fi, it's kind of like, well, that just doesn't make any sense. It's like, you know, I found the original iPhone, the strongest iPhone of them all. It's like, no, that's a brick now, man. That's 20 years old. Jukesery, you spent most of your gems and now you have enough to pity one unit. If you're having fun, I'm really happy for you, and that's all the hardcore nerd no lifer in me can say. My advice is to re-roll, but that's me being over the top. But you should just re-roll. This game is currently, I think it's really fair to say that, oh, I got the sixth one. This game is so far rewarding quantity over quality. I say that wrong a lot of the time. Quantity over quality. Get a suit that you don't have. I'm sure you already have Exia, so I'm not going to bother saying. If you don't have Sazabi, I would still say to get Sazabi. Now, I'm telling a lot of people that these units are not going to be as overpowered as they are now in a couple months. Like, when the main content isn't a map with 1,000 different grunt suits on it, you're not going to care about that extra second chance, or it's not going to be as valuable. But right now, since there are only 3 suits with a triple attack, if you don't have Sazabi, get Sazabi. So far, game has been more about patience and dedication and not just paywalling you on polling, so I'm happy. Yeah, the game is really well balanced right now. I like it. There's not much to complain about. The only complaint is if you played it hardcore, like me, you do start running out of content, but it's not bad. There's still things to grind that... The grind isn't bad. It's not too long. It's not too little. It's not painful, necessarily. The longest battle in anime, yeah. Oh, it will have more, but, like, that's not going to be the challenge. Like, the challenge is going to be the map with, like, one big guy and his, you know, lieutenants or whatever. It'll be more like the daily stage, you know. Double stepping, you know, triple stepping doesn't help you. I'm going to call it triple stepping. Triple stepping doesn't help you on the daily upgrade stage. Like, it just doesn't. So, you know, that's what I'm saying. We're probably going to have more content like that. And I'm just like... I have to be the contrarian. I'm sorry, guys. I'm saying, like, triple step is a very good thing. But people are treating it like it's the end-all, be-all. And it's like, no. There's other things that are going to matter a lot more. Actually, guys. I have to build all this crap twice. Where do I even start? The Guaz? The Goo-A's? The Goo-Ass? The Goo-Ass. Okay. Which one even is this? Okay. Okay. Wow. That actually... Okay. We got 1/3 of them done. Alright, dual Gundam, Assault Shroud. So, okay. I need a dual Gundam. Oh, I'm gonna have to do all these twice. But, you know, I'm just gonna do it each time. Just so I don't get screwed up and do extra stuff. I don't trust my memory at all. And none of these names make any sense to me, so it makes it harder. Alright, CGUE Deep Arms. There we are. Okay. Alright, and I need a dual Gundam. Okay. Some obvious help to check to see if a unit needs all the units or... Oh, no, I can... I see that there's an or in between them. You had Meteor Strike and Justice before I finished the Seed storyline. Yeah, that's definitely helpful. Hubert, I had the exact same problem. Like, I spent a lot of AP for the last tech journal or two. It was the only grind in this game that really felt bad up until getting the last couple of level mats on Red Gundam, which, when you remember that Red Gundam is an event in one, like an entire small event in one stage, it's less frustrating. Like, they just made it simple instead of complicated. I was getting frustrated because I was doing it wrong. But otherwise, yeah, Wing Zero was the worst grind, but I didn't let it bother me too much. Because it still wasn't as bad as anything in Dragon Quest Tact. Which I know doesn't mean anything to 99% of you guys, but like, I've put up with worse, so it just didn't really bother me that much. Okay, I did already do that one. Alright, the Gways. Yep. Okay, cool, got lucky here. Alright, so it's just one each of these guys. I think I need at least two of these guys. Do I still have another Jin? Nope, that's where my luck ran out. Okay, this was only about half as painful as I expected it to be. Oh, taking so much of my capital, dude. I'm never gonna get my ultimate suits. It's fine. Honestly, the longer I wait on them, the better. And I might want the... I actually might want the Freedom one, or the Seed one, so... The Seed one being newer might just make it the better one. Like, no joke. A lot of times that's just how it is. The newest is... New is always better. Alright. Is this the... Which one's the CG? Okay. Alright. Bro, I'm like, I had so many experience mats. It's weird how they do this. Alright, I just beat Seed. Okay. Pro tip, if you're going to SP limit break any SSR units to 100, the Zeta Gundam and Hyaku Shiki can be use both Zeta and double Zeta. Oh! Yeah, I was a little confused with Zeta and double Zeta, but they... I don't know when they get like differentiated as different series. Is everything from Zeta in double Zeta? Can you use double Zeta in the Zeta series? And I can't remember if any content is like, no, this is double Zeta only, this is single Zeta only. I can't recall. But if the Eternal Road counts them as the same, that's awesome. SSR are good. Yes, they are, dude. And it's fun to be able to use a variety of units and stuff like that. The free-to-play system in this game is working well. The Wing SSR units are pretty good. They're a nice, coherent team. I lucked out because I got Relena Peacecraft as a UR supporter. So She's the only UR leader I have for a specific series, which is nice. The other ones are just like, oh, tough as nails, lightning quick, lightning speed, large machines, which, even though I like the idea of the team, is not as strong as I would hope. Yet. The AP limit is 5 right now. July 15th to finish all missions, then it's just trying to get all weapon upgrade mats. Oh, the hunt for the UR ticket requires a complete... Yeah, I did. I'm on the last panel. So, Tyke, you beat Expert last night? Like, Expert Eternal Road? Oh, only Zeta and Hyakushiki can be used in double Zeta maps. Okay. You know what? Those are good things to go farm right now. Thanks for picking my next farm. Yeah. Well, let's see. Oh, I already did... Okay, I already did those skips. What about double Zeta? Oh, you know what? I must have had a character request for that. I think it's very unlikely that I... Oh, okay. I think it's very unlikely that I don't need things out of these, so... Hopefully those captures help. Okay. Alright. Oh, Lysine is... Wait. Did I do that right? I didn't know Lysine was from Zeta. I don't know anything about this unit, like, story-wise. Gundam developed for Asuna. I don't remember who Asuna is, by Anaheim Electronics. Double Zeta is a re. Oh, no. I know it's a sequel. I didn't watch Double Zeta, though. I started Double Zeta, and it just didn't hold my interest. It is equipped with a number of experimental weapons, including a specially designed shield, a saber that emits beams from both ends of its grip. Oh, so it's got a double-sided beam sword. Okay. So this Ecole de Seal, whatever this series is this an anime or was this manga only? Because honestly, I'm just not willing to read manga. Like, I'll watch an anime eventually, but I had no idea that... So that's like some kind of Zeta side story or something? Alright, so there's the Psycho Gundam. The Zeta. Okay, so let's just start by... Let's start with Psycho, or Zeta Gundam. Let's cheat with Zeta Gundam. No. Oh, okay. I'm already done. Cool. No. Oh, okay, good. His map is very easy, obviously, because we're already done. No, I wish. Super Gundam. Ugh, I don't remember. I really have to rewatch all these things. Alright, well, let's just... Alright, so we can grind... So... Alright, so for Zeta, we're looking at the O, Zeta Gundam, Hyaku Shiki, and Psycho. I'm just going to start with Hyaku and Zeta, though. Let's see if we can make a copy of Hyaku already. Alright, we got the journals, so I need a Deja or... Did I already do this one? Okay. Alright, I can make this, so let's just do it. Eventually, I'm gonna, like, everything on this map, I'm gonna have a copy of, and I'm gonna triple limit break it and all eventually. Hopefully. But I'm not worried about that yet. Here. Wait, let me make sure that... Okay. I wanted to make sure that that one wasn't weaker. You can limit break like a level 40 unit into a level 1 unit. So try to make sure you don't do that. That's really tempting, but I'm going to hold on to my weapon upgrades on this. Awesome, they dropped from the same stage. Alright, so we need 2 more copies of each, right? Okay. What do I want? 4 in here? I don't know these guys. I'm pretty sure I want... I need, like, somebody from the dark side or whatever, right? Ah, there we go. Couldn't see her. And... I think that's fine. No. Let's see. Okay. I don't know why that was coming out weird. Alright. Okay, don't need that. Not worried about. Alright, let's bring Big Zam just for some power. I don't care that those ones are slow. Oh, well, might as well get that guy in there. Okay, so we need a supporter from the bad guy side. How about that? Alright, that looks good. Sorry. That took forever. Sorry, guys. Oh, shit. I didn't give them pilots. That's why they were... That's why it was coming up as null. I don't think that's... I doubt that team can do this. Sorry, I'm being stupid slow, old man. I'm still, like... I played, like, the first week of the game just doing everything on, like, just auto form and stuff like that, so... Yeah, sure, you can have Kira Yamato. Let's see. Is there another support? No, okay. Domon, cool. Okay, that's not going to be the right kind of pilot. Let's see. You know what? He's good enough. It gets annoying when you've got, like... When you need pilots from the same series, it gets, like, really annoying, honestly. No. Good enough. And then some dude from Seed, right? There you go. No, I need Atherin, right? Okay. Sorry. That took way too long. Is Gundam 00 story finished? No. So they've got the 00 in there, but the development map is still only partially complete. And so they'll be adding more story. Easier. Well, I'm just trying to... The problem is trying to remember which pilots go with which Gundam. So they might not have, like... You know I didn't get, like, their canon pilots, but if you have a... Like, a Zaku 2, you need a pilot that is Xeon, and possibly a one-year war pilot, because they have abilities that only affect that. So, you know, when I'm picking something from Zeta, I probably need a pilot from Zeta, and then it needs to be either Ayug or, the other one, Xeon or Federation or whatever. Sorry, I forget the different parties, the different teams in that. Otherwise, you're going to lose out on small bonuses and stuff. So it's not like a huge deal, but... Dude, what suit is this? Is this Psycho? Damn, bro. Okay, so that's the ultimate Zeta unit. Cool, and that's the last time we'll ever watch that, right? I know. I just, like, I saw that it was saying I didn't have any units in my free squad, and I was like, no, I put units there. I just forgot about the pilots because I'm stupid. Max limit break SSR for each series, then SR and below. Yeah, I'm going to get there eventually. Fully limit break is totally easy. Clear next road, eternal. Yeah, it's really not too hard. You know, that's just what you do in these gacha games. You grind, so it's a simple enough grind. That striker pack is literally named for you. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know anything about the seed suits, but Song Shu, thank you for joining the chat. I'm seeing people say Crossbone's one of the strongest Gundams. I've heard a couple people high on it. I don't know if they just like really like Crossbones or if he's actually super strong, but I'll be excited to get one. The ultimate unit is crazy. Looks like it. I got to get some levels in him. I think he's like level 1 or something, isn't he? I didn't even think. I should probably throw some experience mats into them, but this didn't take... This was fine, so I'm not worried about it. Crossbones is really strong, they're not lying. Okay. Rox's double Zeta character will pilot either the Zeta or the double Zeta. Okay. I know a lot of them go for both of it, but if you just take, like, any random defender unit and put it into your defender... a defender character and put it in a... If they're from the wrong series, or if they're, like, alternate series and not... universal, like at the very least, like you're probably gonna only get one of their 3 perks, if that. I like all my chonky boys didn't even move turn 1. That might be a better team name than Biggins. Chonky boys. Crossbone has increased crit damage, that's why you hit the hardest. Oh, okay, yeah. Some games crit is a lot more important than others, so... do you know what the increased crit chance is? I don't know what the crit chance is in this game. I'm assuming it's low single digits. But yeah, when you start getting crit chance up into the double digits, then it actually becomes a factor instead of, oh, neat, I got a crit. You know? If you know if you're going to attack 5 times and one of them is likely to be a crit, then it actually matters. But if you go through maps, like entire maps, and generally don't get crits, I don't really give a shit about crits then. That's a nice map attack on the Psycho. The range. He's got no levels or anything, so... None of my chonky boys moved. They have... Two of them have negative 50% unit movement. What will he do? Dude, you don't need to move when you have, like, laser cannons, you know? This stage is not too painful. That's nice. I feel like the seed stage is taking longer. The crit increase mod for Crossbone will make that unit a aura boss killer, I bet. Like I said, you know, we just have such a bare bones version of the game. It's really exciting to think of what's going to come next. Like a game like this, with it being like strategic combat, I can see this game having like an increase, like every 6 months to a year or whatever, the level cap is going to go up. I would be shocked if that didn't happen. I'm pretty sure all gachas do that, don't they? Well, like Doken never did that, but I can see this game having a level increase. Can you get more than one UR on the repo? Alright, so, Mud, first of all, thanks for joining the chat. But, so it's, there's rerolls, okay, like rerolling your account, and you can get multiple URs on that. But if you're talking about the retry banner, that one banner where you get one chance, no, that is one UR only. If you look at the drop information, there's no supporters in there either, keep that in mind. It doesn't really matter for a while, though. But slots 1 through 9 have 0% chance of being a UR. It's only the 10th slot that is going to be a UR unit, guaranteed. So you will never get more than one UR on the retry banner. Now, if you want to try to get extra SSRs, you can. They're only mildly important. Honestly, I do wish that I had rerolled for a couple more SSRs in mine, because I just took the first one that came up with Exia. But you got 2 on 3K and 1 on tickets? Yeah, that's a good one, Woden. Yeah. And, you know, now, with the first event coming tomorrow, just re-rolling matters less and less. You know. It's a weird time for gacha right now. Like, if you are starting today, what do I re-roll for? It's like, honestly, bro, the answer is to wait till tomorrow night to play the game. But that's a terrible answer for people that want to play a game. So it's like, well, you know what? Do a decent reroll. Don't spend anything. And then tomorrow, if you don't get the new unit within a couple of multis, you might want to reroll. Yeah, anytime, Rolf. If you got any questions, you're like, dude, I need things to talk about. Otherwise, I'm just sitting here, you know, staring at the screen, jerking off, you know, below the camera range. Because I'm not very interesting by myself if I don't have a rant. So, I feel like this is going faster before. Or maybe I was just distracted. Normally I would just put a few levels into these units, but I just burned so many experience mats on the development tree. I don't know if I can really afford it. If they aim for strike freedom, that is required for the next one. Is it required, or you mean it's going to be helpful? Do I have children? No. No kids. Nope. That's why I play Gundam gachas. That's why I have all day to do this. I completed all of Wing Hard Mode. It wasn't really as bad as I expected. G-Quux carries once you get it to 100. Oh, yeah, I bet. I know, I did a handful of the hard modes. Oh, sorry, I thought we were talking about Eternal Road for a minute. Yeah, the hard modes aren't that bad once you get 1 or 2 maxed out units. Oh, this is the funnel attack. Man, it's cool to see the extra effort they put into the cooler units. Alright, let's see if any of those jokers on Reddit have anything cool to say. Which SSR should I invest in? Same old story. There's so, like, and I understand, like, you want help. You know, these posts and stuff like that. I would be the same way a lot of the time, but when it starts coming to SSRs, it's like, bro, there's 100 different SSRs. Like, the answer is literally pick your favorite and just work on it. Like, that's all. Like, your favorite SSR, there might be 1 or 2 to stand out, but because of the way this game is all series-based anyway, literally just pick your favorite SSRs and farm them or upgrade them or whatever. Whatever you can use on a team. Like, if you got a UR supporter, work on the best SSRs, like your favorite SSR in his party. So I know there's a couple of standout SSRs, but you know, if they're free to play, you're going to want to farm all of them anyway. And if it's a gacha, work with what you have. So it's just, like I said, I understand the desire behind the question, but like there's not an answer to it. It's like literally, bro, just go farm your favorite units, okay? Sorry, that's not like yelling at people. That's the answer to that question, is just go farm your favorite stuff and don't worry about it. By the way, do they have are there free-to-play guides for Expert Eternal Road yet? Alright, there's a Hyaku Shiki. Okay, that's just the first of 3 that we need. I don't think it's that bad, Hubert, but DPS Gundam? Sorry, man, I don't remember what DPS Gundam is. Well, see, I saw a clear video where the guy was using triple limit broken UR team, but they were level 60 and 70. So, like, the limit breaking is just a stat modifier. Like, it's just 20, 30, 40%. So, the levels matter a lot. So, if he did it with a, like, the one video I saw from, like, almost a week ago, if he's using triple limit broken level 60 units, then you can do it with a level 100 probably at 0 limit break, or definitely 1 limit break. So if you can do it with triple limit break at 60, you can do it with single limit break at 100. I'm very confident saying that. But like I said, a lot of us are going with like 3 to 5 URs now, and they might not be the strongest. So after we start, you know, after we get a banner or 2 under our belt, it's going to be a joke. But I would be shocked if there wasn't a free-to-play team that could Well, I don't know. The numbers it puts out are different. And I'm not actually very good at the game. I think you got to have the right mix of tanks and stuff. And I don't really... My brain doesn't work that way. I'm too lazy. Hubert, you finally finished Wing Zero Limit Break 3. That's awesome, dude. Yeah, because the Wing team, it's like... I feel like it was the designated, like, free-to-play squad. Because it's so simple. But I think probably every series has a team like that. Daily grind time. Yes, it is, Dr. Jimmy. We're 35 minutes from reset, so then I can get even more AP. So I finished the Seed SSRs. I'm not worrying about the SRs yet. I'm just not. Well, no, there's no... the SRs don't need tech journals, so they can just be... That's literally just all capital, which I'm not worried about. You just pulled that ship yesterday? Nice. You're talking about, like, the meteor, right? Oh, sorry, the supporter. It's okay. No, thematically, I like the Chonky Boys, you know? I like Big Zam. I was a little disappointed. I thought Xeon would be on that team. But it's literally just only the gigantic ones. Like, it's huge So, I think there are a few machines that count as mobile armors that are not on that. So it's not just mobile armors. It's the big uns. It's the big boys. Although it's funny because it's got these meteor units. I don't remember anything from Seed. Like, aren't the meteor units like normal size suits with like jetpacks on them or whatever? Like, I don't think they would be that much bigger than like the Xeon. Maybe I'm overestimating how big the Xeon was. Yeah, no, Hard Eternal Road is like, you might not be able to go in with your weak leveling team and do it on auto, but yeah, it's really not that hard. Wait for GP03D. Yeah, exactly. I think it'll end up being a good team at some point. But right now, the only UR on it is Apex. And I didn't understand at first. People don't like Apex. He's like the bottom of every tier list, which doesn't really mean much. But I don't know if it's that he's weak or that you can't use him on anything. Oh, okay, cool. I finally finished all of my 50 gem, 50 diamond refreshes. I really don't like them calling it diamonds. Like, it's just gems. I don't know. Are there other games that call it diamonds? Because it's still like a generic premium currency, but it's not something any of the other games That's why I call them stones all the time, because I play Doken and they have dragon stones. Ugh. Do these have different rare... Oh, okay. Okay, so that's just story stuff. So duration means it's been going for 32 hours, right? I don't remember how I saw the... Okay. So I'm only at level 3 out of 5. Okay. Oh, I'm getting close to the storage limit. It's a lot of AP. Damn it. Oh, and the increases for these are different levels. Alright. Alright, I'm getting close to it. I want to... If that would go longer, I would save it for the event tomorrow, but okay. So now I'll let that build up for the event release tomorrow night. Although, honestly, I probably won't have time for it. Oh, and you also... Oh. Crap. Well, you really... Okay. You miss out on 50 diamonds for not doing your warship every day, too. I thought that was a daily, and I couldn't remember. Alright. Alright. I'm now going to go through and burn... Oh, crap. I did some of this yesterday. I need to go burn my skip stages. So I just don't want to sit on all this. And I know there's no way that I have these things all... That I have all the tech journals already. I know it. But apparently I did this yesterday, too. Oh, wing is done. Did seed. Let's see. I don't think I finished the Gian. I don't think I finished him either. Yeah, I think I need more of those. It's hard one that I want, right? Alright. Back to doing this a whole bunch. Ugh. 74 diamonds? Yeah. I bought some of the sale packs before they went away. So I haven't used them, but I bought them. Plus I've beaten most of the game. Like, I've been playing fairly hard. Or however you want to put it. I wanted to ask if you think I should use my gacha points to get new Gundam, since my current one is Limit Break Rank 2. I would have a full Limit Break UR as free to play. Wait till tomorrow night, Josh, because you'll have... I'm assuming that you'll pull on the banner tomorrow. But I actually don't like... I think you should try to get a new unit. Oh, should have saved it? No, well, alright. First of all, I have to work tomorrow at, like, 2 hours, at max, 2 hours after it comes out. And I have to leave, like, half hour. So, the latest I have to play, I have about 90 minutes of play time, after. And also, you lose, so there's a daily mission, so you lose 1,000 cap, who cares? But you lose 50 diamonds a day for not doing your warship. So I will I will do my warship again today. Like probably tonight I'll open it. And then I will let my warship build up until the morning after. I'll come home from work and I'll stream the event. And that's when I'll open up my warship again. I don't know how long it takes to fill, but yeah, there's a cap for the AP on it. But yeah, I want to do it every day, so. The gacha's been brutal to me. Well, Josh, are you spending your diamonds as you get them? Because that's just... Don't do that. And that's exactly why, like... I can't remember how far you said you were into the game, but... Like, you've wasted your diamonds. You've wasted all your diamonds. Like I said, you have fun the way that you like to. I'm a little... I think of everything as like a hardcore mindset in these games, but... If you've gotten through all or most of story, and your box is those 3 units, and you have no diamonds right now, that's awful. At least for this play, like, it really won't matter in, like, 6 months. If you're going to play the game for a long time, it doesn't matter, but also, the progress you made isn't that big a deal either, so. Oh, okay, well, that's less bad, but, yeah. I would wait and see what you get tomorrow night if you're going to summon for the Seed banner. But you definitely want more units based on better. Because, and think about this. Okay, you get excited, your new Gundam is now max limit broken. And then next week you pull another copy of New Gundam. How bad do you feel? You know? I know you get some GN shop, you get some premium coins for it, but... The reality is, that, like, whatever that shop has is not as good as another UR. So. Remember, the first limit break is really nice. That's 20% stats. The second 2 are only 10% each. So it's 20, then 30, then 40% total increase. So it's 20, 10, and 10. So the first limit break is a lot better than the second and third. Oh, I just realized I'm not, like, triggering the secret battle for this, but I don't even know if this team's strong enough to handle it anyway, so. What's up, Anderson? Sorry, when I see your name pop up, it makes me think about, Clerks 2. Elias and that. What's the mission today? I have finished all of the, Gundam Seed units. So, the SSRs at least, which is all that really matters. Yeah, it hit me, like, the other ones don't need tech journals, so, like, maxing out the other units is just capital. So, I don't really care. And I definitely don't have the capital to waste. So right now I'm working on Hyaku Shiki and the Zeta Gundam, because, sorry, I forgot who. Somebody was kind enough to point out that the Zeta and the Hyaku Shiki can be used in Zeta and double Zeta content. So that makes them a good unit to invest in early. Did you see the people who have 3 or more maxed out 3-star Red Gundam? Well, Vision was doing that. I don't know what happened to Vision. I don't know. I disagreed with him on something once or twice. It didn't get heated, but I haven't seen him in a couple days. He left the Discord. But I don't know. Maybe he burned himself out on the game because he was doing crazy stuff like that too. Yeah, some people play like that. Me, I just want 1 copy. I want 1 maxed out copy, that's all. Everything else is crazy to me. Although, you know, so my free-to-play account, it occurred to me that with the G-Quox, I was like, you know, going through story, I would be smart to just have a double limit break G-Quox and then keep the 3rd copy, or 4th copy, whatever, in my team for a while. And then I could just add it to a limit break later on in the story. That would have been really smart. I would have wasted some experience, but that's not as big a deal. And that's the thing. I'm not really impressed by the Red Gundam, but also supporters just aren't that amazing when you're going through story anyway, because you want to one-shot everything. So as far as I know, like, maybe it's really useful in endgame stuff because the support attacks are going to be amazing and it has awesome range, but going through story, he's weak. Oh, Jake, you're talking about being just close to the level cap instead of all the way there. That's how I feel. Like, I don't level anything to max level. Like, I'll take it to like 95 or whatever, and then let it get the last few. You have like 90% of the combat. The only exception so far, and I might be, I'm kind of correcting myself here, is soloing the Red Gundam with G-Quux. I needed to be level 100 with the unit and the pilot. Well, the pilot only goes up to 90. I thought for sure that being 2 or 3 levels off was good enough, and I could not believe that the difference was going to be another, like, it was like 5,000 damage that I was short. But no, those couple of levels were almost exactly what I needed. So I think there's thresholds that you hit in numbers where they start having more value. Some people SP converted Red Gundam. Yeah, I didn't hear a lot of people talking about that. The G-Quux is a really useful unit, and I think, at least the first week or two of the game, this game isn't even 2 weeks old yet. It's close. The G-Quux has been really valuable. In a month, it might be considered garbage. But SP converting the G-Quux is great, because if you're going to follow, like, somebody's guide for something, there's a really good chance you'd have the G-Quux in it. And I do think games like these usually have free-to-play guides. So we might not be there now, but there's definitely going to be free-to-play only units that can take on, all or most of the hardest content in the game. So I don't know. I would imagine there's a free-to-play team that can take out the expert stages in this game, but I'm not the guy to figure that out. Had a great poll. First of all, Cylonic, welcome to the chat. Had a great poll that gave me UR Crossbone and Unicorn. Still, though, I'm not the first. I know I'm not the first person to say this, but overall, the game just makes me sad that it's not a full platform release. Yeah, so I haven't played a Generations game before, but I don't know. I mean, at least it is a mobile game. Like, I like games that I can take with me. I enjoy mobile games, even though I'm playing it at my home in a computer right now. But I'm streaming. But the format works for me. I like mobile games. I wish they weren't so darn predatory, but the format works for me. Overworld remake would have been amazing. I don't know what Overworld is. I forget. Is Overworld a Generation game? I'm a grifter. I have not actually played any of the SD Gundam games. Well, not like the strategy SD Gundam. What is Generations? Is it called? Is Generations the name for that line of games, right? And then the last word is like the specific title. Gundam G5 on PS1 is awesome. I don't know that one. I haven't heard of it. G Generation series had all series? Okay. And the original story. Oh, no, I know. Yeah, I know they have original story in them. I need to play them eventually. I'm just not really. Honestly, what this is making me really motivated to do is go through my favorite PS2 series. My favorite PS2 game, MS Saga, which is a turn-based Gundam game that uses SD models too. I don't really like the SD models, but I don't hate them. I'm used to them now. But I would much rather they were regular looking Gundams, but they're not awful. Oh, G Generation GFIF. Okay. Yeah, no idea. I didn't even realize Generations was that old. That's a PS1 game? That's crazy. I saw that. It's like a PS2 game, right? Doesn't interest me. Now, if they were to remake some of the other PS2 era Gundam games, I would be really excited. I just didn't play that. Yeah, SD Gundam for Nintendo Switch. Don't you have to get an international version? Which isn't that hard. I would just have to, it probably takes a couple weeks. I just have such a big backlog. Zeonic Front, please. I don't think I played Zeonic Front. Here's a weird thing. I loved Journey to Jaburo. I loved it. Maybe it's just because I played it when I was a kid with my friend. Because if you were to pick that game up right now, you would throw your controller in frustration because it's slow. You use tank controls and whatnot, and it's very unclear. Like, the game doesn't really help you with much. And it's actually pretty short, but I love it. There's so much nostalgia. And it kind of feels like you're piloting a giant mech because they are slow and they are kind of hard to control. You don't kill things with one shot. Although, to be fair, like the Gundam is supposed to, but in this one, it takes a couple of shots generally. But, the grunt suits aren't just one shot. Like, you got to fight them. The Gundam's stronger, but, he's actually a little less overpowered than in the anime. Yeah, dude. I mean, we all have our backlog now. Like, who doesn't? But Encounters in Space was really good, And then there were a couple other I like. I think Zeta versus Zeta Gundam was okay. Wasn't one of my favorite. I played that late. But yeah, Encounters in Space was just... That game was amazing. Like, I think that was just a strong game in general, even if you don't like Gundam. But maybe I'm too biased. Is it better to skip the day? Oh, no, to just skip them, Jimmy. Because I believe you get the exact same amount of experience, but you get them in mats. Instead of it just going to the units in your party. Which is much better. And the gold stage, I don't think there's any difference. I think you just get gold only. Yeah. No, I'm used to playing games that, like, everything has been mapped out and there's, like, a wiki or, the Japanese version of the site that has everything, but... does this game have a Game 8 on the Japanese version? Oh, okay, I found it. I looked for it the other day and I couldn't find it. I'm wondering if they have, like, drop rates. Yeah. I don't know if it, just so you guys can see what I'm looking through here. Like, I want to see if this site is going to be useful. Because I'd like to know drop rates on things. Universal wallet support? What is this? Oh, the premium supporter, the UR supporters, they called wallet support. It's their strongest unit list. Exia, of course. Sometimes the Japanese tier lists and like advice is just like, it's like an alternate audience. I know in Doken, like they rank units differently in Japanese Doken. Because it's a huge game. Like there's a lot of people that know what's going on both sides. They both have data miners and whatnot. But the Japanese community will like rank a unit that we rank fairly low, like as one of their best sometimes. Like they have different criteria. Like, they don't mind using items as much. There's items that you can use in stages in Doken. And then Doken, like, it's a joke, like, we don't use items. So, if a unit's not defensively viable, we just can't use it. Where in the Japanese version, they're like, yeah, this unit's fine. You just have to, you know, use a defense item. Let's see. Let me see. Eternal Road Strategy and Rewards. Gives a tip. So it talks about debuffs for this. Okay. So I don't think we're like, this is important because I don't think we're going to get anything like this on global side. So even though the games are like the same version, I think we're going to have to get used to Japanese sources for information. I never tried Super Robot Wars. Can I share the link? It's yeah. This is just for the page I'm on. You can navigate to, like, the main homepage or whatever. There's a global database, though. We're, global database. Was there? Is it any good? I found one, what, DOTGG? Is anything? Because this, like, I'm just looking at it. This is not the quality of Game 8. Erickson. I'm mid-story mission. Should I stop and focus on the Red Gundam event? Yes and no. You need to be a bit stronger to get farther into it, but just keep leveling your team, and then you can go and get at least a couple copies of it before it goes away. But I think there's only like 5 days left on the event. But yeah, you probably won't be able to max out the weapons on it without a lot of investment. But you're probably not strong enough to beat it on expert right now, so make sure that you work on your G-Quux if you want to farm the event. Farm your G-Quux and farm your Exia. You know, level them up. So focus on your panel missions so that you can get a full-strength G-Quux unit. And if you're not using your G-Quux, you should be. Is it Gamer Braves? Is that the name of the... Red Gundam event ends May 3rd. Yeah, so like 5 days. Although, if it ends at... So if it ends at noon in Japan on May 3rd, you know, that's a bit earlier. That could be the 2nd for people in the States. You're on the last hat for your panel missions? Nice. Yeah, I'm on the last one. I think I have, like, one thing. But, yeah, the Expert Eternal Road is going to slow me down. So, what's, like, the name of the... Like, I can search for it. But, what's the name of the database for the global version that you're talking about? Because... I know Game 8 isn't perfect. People will, like, rip on their strategies, but... I mean, it's a pretty diverse database. You can actually do Expert, but only 2 stars using your guide with Exi and Sazabi, but I think if I should do Red Gundam mission only for the XP mats. It is a good thing. Oh yeah, Tyke, if you've played similar games, it's easy to figure this one out. Yeah. So Erickson, if you can complete Expert, that's good. Now remember, you might be able to get to 3-star by make sure you bring a full party, do the strategy, to get him mostly killed at the end of the first turn, and then you kill him on the auto attack. But instead of just ending the turn, end the turn by letting your units do auto combat. They'll probably get you enough points for the 3rd star. And then you'll still just end the turn and win. Alright, so that's reset. Oh, and rank 27. Cool. Alright, so one more player rank for the UR ticket. But also, you know, I have to clear an expert road. Which I'm just not that motivated to do, honestly. So the idea of a free UR is exciting, but, you know, it's becoming less valuable by the day. Alright. Do I still want this? I don't think I need that anymore. Well. Oh, so does that always refresh at reset? Okay. Alright. Air Master. Okay. No. Capture twice. Oh, dude, that can be a bitch. Damn it. I'm assuming the hard modes are the best ones to farm, but... Oh, bro. Great. Just used, like, my entire damn stamina bar on that. Yeah. These characters... I don't really love this system. Or at least not while leveling it up. So many of these are just, like, a shit deal. Like, it's not even close, and they can, like... these things, like, capture 2 units... I can very easily wipe your entire bar. Maybe it's better if you auto, like, don't skip, but... Thank you. Upgrade a Witch for Mercury unit twice. I can handle that. Once I figure out which ones they are. It's this one, right? Gundam Aerial? Okay. Alright. Alright. We gotta do our upgrade stages real quick. By the way, I really wish there was a daily mission for these just to help you remember them. There's nothing that, like, it's very... Am I right? It's very easy just to forget that you didn't do these days. There's no other system that tells you, like, bro, make sure you go did these. So, like, a daily stage for completing all these would be really helpful. Okay. I didn't notice there was an arrow there to go back and forth before, so that helps a bit. Alright. Let's skip all the double Zeta stuff, because I'm sure that's all stuff that I need still. Alright. Alright. We're closing in. I think I've got one or two more 50 diamond refreshes left today. Oh. Hard modes are not best to farm, but end stage. So, like, the boss stage. Oh, you think the warship refreshes on rank up? It could. I think we all reckon like the the character quests. I think we've all noticed by now they're just on 8-hour intervals. So, I don't know if it's the same for everyone, or is daily reset. It's the same for everyone, right? It's noon. It's weird for me that it's noon. It's noon in New York. It's not noon for everyone, is it? It's not dependent on your time zone, is it? No. Daily reset has to be the same everywhere. So for me, it's noon. But yeah, it works out well for me because, so it's noon and then 8 p.m. and then 4 a.m. No. I can't remember now. Okay, it's 11 a.m. for you. Yeah, it has to be the same. It has to actually happen the same time for everyone, not the same time on the clock, but... Sometimes some games will stagger login rewards over an hour for different accounts and whatnot, but yeah, the global reset has to be the same. Okay, yeah. Midnight in Asia. Good to know. Alright. I don't remember what was going on. I'm pretty tired today. Ugh. I don't think I'm going to grind my free-to-play account today. I think I'm going to finish these diamonds, and I might make a video real quick before heading off to bed. Mondays are a little tough for me because I'm not always on a night schedule on the weekends. So, like, I'll sleep, a fairly normal time, Monday morning. But then I still have to work Monday night, so Mondays are always stupid for me. Alright, so we need one more Zeta Tech Journal. I'm not sure about the Hyaku Shiki. Gotta go, guys. Doing my dailies. Have fun, Woden. Why is Phoenix Gundam higher than Freedom and Ariel? I have no idea. Don't take the tier list seriously. A lot of those guys are talking out of their ass. Whether they're going to be meta... Well, there is no meta yet. Well, I mean, you know, there is, but it doesn't matter. Like, there's no real meta yet. So, are they going to be the strongest units in the game? It would be weird if they weren't. But, you know, the same will probably be true for the Thunderbolt units in 2 or 3 weeks. So, no, Tyke, if I had more self-control, and if I weren't doing the streaming stuff, I would skip Seed as well. Current meta is Machu, Setsuna, and Shard. That is it. Yeah, everything else is just neat. Yeah. Probably OP at the start. I would imagine. Yeah, they'll be better. Like, they'll probably be the 2 best units. They're not going to be meta-defining. Well, I mean, it's an odd term to use. Yeah, like I said, there's really not a meta yet. And that's why I was going on before. Sorry to, lecture, but, some people don't like being told that we don't know things. We don't know anything about this game yet. Even what we consider the basics, it's the basics without an event going on. And the Fierce Assault is not an event. That's just a bonus stage. That's just a unit farm. We don't know, we don't know how summoning works in this game. Because we don't have a banner yet. We have the launch banner. It's not the same. Because I feel like there's probably a handful of people that want to be, we already have a banner, Chase, we know what it... No, we don't. We don't have a banner yet. We just have the global pool. We have no idea how scouting works in this game. Yeah, we need seed characters for the next coming event. Yep. Now, I don't know how much it's going to matter if they're... Now, Doken added that a couple years ago, where you get increased drop rates for having certain units, and bringing a UR unit is better than bringing an SR unit, for the effect chance increase. I don't know if it's going to do that, or if it's just having a full team of units is all you need. So I don't know if bringing a UR is going to be better than an SSR. Because you can bring a full free-to-play team of siege units very easily. So, I feel like it would be an oversight on their part not to have the URs be more effective for increased drop chances, but that's also dude, we could also be talking about nothing. It could just be a small potatoes change. So, justifying spending on the banner because this event has increased drop chances. Drop chances on what? You get a couple of more gold or weapon material upgrades. It might mean nothing. And then the next event will have the same thing, I'm sure. So it's just not the argument to pull for the unit. I would be happy if the new units were under one of the leader skill supporter, or one of the supporters that I have, their leader skills. That would be really nice. That would excite me. Because the ones I pulled barely affect any of the URs I have. Now, they affect URs in the general pool, just not the ones that I got. Alright, that's our 6th. Okay, cool. Wasn't hard to farm Zeta. I don't know about Hyaku. Oh, damn. I'm not getting any of these. Okay. Alright, so I just need one of these. Okay, this guy must be dropping... Oh, thank God. And we got like it's so... Oh my God, dude. Why couldn't Seed be like this? Like... See, this development map is so much better than the Seed one. Ugh. That's... Thank God. Alright, so I actually need 5 more Hyakus still. Okay. It's not the worst thing in the world, but like this... I understand some of the use for the favoriting system, but it doesn't... Some of it has no rhyme or reason. Like, I already have this. It's already higher than 40. Like, why did they favorite the new unit? I don't understand. Alright. Yep, still need 2 copies of Hyaku. Oh, I've got 1,000,000 capital now. I gotta save it for tomorrow night. We're gonna need capital tomorrow night. Oh man, I just want to blow it though. All right. Oh, all the Zeta medals we're gonna get are gonna bother me so much. Okay, so Lacine is just from a manga. There's no anime. Okay. Thank you. Spend it, Chase, so you can be the sacrifice. Yeah. You got 7 Jins for Seed, and you're gonna need all of them for Klingon. Oh yeah, it's crazy. Blowing out resources is good, but it has to be done correctly. Yeah, and I don't want to be slowed down tomorrow night, or when the Seed event comes out, because I have like literally 0 gold. So, capital. What's up, Luke? It's robot time. Robot time's a lot better than musical time. So. Gundam also has novel units. Well, dude, if you filter the series, like, there's a bunch of stuff there. Like, there's so many Gundam series. I don't know about the Gundam side story stuff, but I'm sure they've got some manga only stuff. Well, apparently the Lacine is. I mean, dude, apparently that Gundam Lacine is from a manga only, and that's one of the URs at launch. So. They're going to get some love. I mean, I don't see them denying any suits. Like, they have the stuff from all the old Generations games and whatnot. Well, probably not all of them, but nothing Gundam related is going to be spared in this game, I'm sure. It's just a matter of time, I would imagine. I don't know how much I'm missing by not going up to... Oh, okay. I was just about to say, maybe I should check if I have to clear the extra boss to get the Hyakushiki medal. Okay, so now we need 4 more. I think I'm missing out on extra weapon development materials, I think. Which sucks, but it's not worth me manualing and going up there. And it is a lot shorter. And honestly, dude, I'm starting to get a headache, so when it's not bad, but like when I'm done with my 50 diamond refreshes, I'm done for the afternoon. I'll be back tomorrow morning. Yeah, dude, they've got the windmill Gundam from G-Fighter, exactly. It's like Super Smash Bros. Ultimate for Gundam. Hell yeah. It's like Holland or Denmark. It was one of those countries. I don't know the difference. I'm America. Europe is just like one state. That's irrelevant. No, that's, we don't get really concerned with it, but, well, then again, you know, not calling out anyone in here, obviously, but I've heard a lot of Europeans say to other Europeans, or I think this is just like a bit of a meme online almost, maybe everybody's heard this, but people will make fun of Americans for not traveling, because, like, we don't go over to... Traveling to Europe is really expensive from the States, obviously. You have to go over and... I'm never going over to Europe. It's not that I don't have a desire to, but, like, dude, just the plane ticket alone costs thousands. Like, what do I need to see over there? I'm sure it'd be neat, but, like, I think a lot of Europeans don't understand how big the United States is, like, and how diverse it is. If I want to travel and see something, there are tons of cool things to see in the U.S. Like, California is completely different from, like, most other states, honestly. But, like, you know, Texas is way different from Maine. Like, they're different worlds. You know, there's so many different entertainment venues and, like, things to see and landmarks and stuff. Like, I'm not bored not leaving the United States, basically. And I think a lot of Europeans don't understand that. Like, we're not missing out on culture. Like, well, maybe culture is not the right word, but, like, we're not in a little box here. So, while I think it would be cool to go over to Europe, I mean, I don't need to. Like, I'm fine here. So that's why we get pretty, I don't know, localized here. We just don't concern ourselves with other countries here. Well, our politicians do. World Police, but we also don't really want to play World Police anymore, so at least I don't. Probably need to go get a new tablet for this game. So the last time I bought a tablet, I bought a Samsung, like a 10-inch one. So, like, not their expensive one, but I'm like, oh, it's a Samsung tablet. Should be good, right? Dude, the thing was like a potato. So, I don't know. Every time I get a tablet, it's slow as hell. But I don't buy the expensive ones either. New York being a multicultural state. I mean, first of all, like, when people hear New York State, they think New York City. New York City is just tiny, small dot on the corner of the map. And I hate it. I hate cities. I hate them. I don't want anything to do with them. And it's not, like, they're so busy and, like, overpriced and just jam-packed full of people. I have no idea why anybody wants to live anywhere where it takes like 20 minutes to go a mile down the road, like with traffic and whatnot. Like, oh, but dude, you don't understand. I have access to all of these things. I live in a city called Syracuse. There's like 500,000 people here, I think. I'm 10 minutes away from a huge mall. Okay. I can go anywhere I want in like 10, 20 minutes. Dude, my friends that live like 25 minutes away, like, oh, well, they live like 3 towns over. I'm not going to see them very often. Like, there are tons of restaurants around me. I can get, you know, all kinds of different, you know, ethnic cuisines and whatnot. There's tons of shopping places around here. And as far as like just, the shopping, I can have anything in the world on my doorstep in 2 days with very little exception. Like, I don't care. Like, every excuse that people tell me how awesome it is to live in a place like New York City are horseshit. Like, and a lot of these people are working from home now there. Why do you need to live in the city? Like, I'm sorry if you enjoy, like, hey, if you enjoy living in New York City, it's cool. The best answer I get is the nightlife. Okay, well, I'm 38. Like, I can drink here. There's bars here. There's tons of bars here. Like, what? There's not trendy, cool places that are overpriced? I don't want those. So, anyway, sorry, I'm just ranting about things, but, like, I don't know, multicultural, like, it doesn't really... I can get ethnic food here. There's probably a couple that I'm missing out on, but, I mean, if they were that good, they would be here, you know? All feels like rush. Yeah, like, I don't understand, like, I don't need to go do things out there, like, That is the worst thing about New York, is it's too close to Canada. Those fuckers could invade us at any minute. Worldview, and that's the thing. I'm not trying to sound argumentative here. I'm just like, what the fuck is a worldview? What does that matter to me? What does my worldview matter? I got TV. I got the internet. So I can go judge the world by the people I see and interact with in some city while I'm somewhere else. And also, like, does London represent, like, let's say England. Does London represent England? Does Berlin represent all of Germany? Am I going to have a world view of Germany by going to Berlin for a couple days? No, I'm going to know about this area in Berlin. Like, it's just... Like I said, it's like, oh, you're not cultured living in America. Dude, we have everything we want right here. Like, we got Disney World, bro. I'm joking about that, but if I want to go see the mountains, like, there are mountains here. I can go mountain climbing in America. I don't know anything about mountain climbing. I can go skiing. We have deserts. We have rivers. We have huge lakes. We've got oceans on each coast. What do I, like... What do I need to go somewhere else for? I'm not saying it's not cool to go other places, but like when you make fun of Americans for not traveling outside of the United States, we have so much shit here. Like, we don't need to. And the worldview is just like, that's just something rich people make up. Like, most places have DoorDash and Uber Eats too. Yeah, although I'll tell you, Uber Eats is like... You know, you think DoorDash and Uber Eats are for, like, rich people? Like, oh, man, who's going to pay $20 to have their McDonald's meal delivered? That's got to be, like, rich people, right? No, it's dumb, broke people. And, you know, I'm sorry if this is some of the people in here. It is, you are dumb for using, like, regularly. There are a lot of people that are poor as shit that are doing DoorDash every other day. Or the equivalent. I'm just going to say DoorDash or Eats or whatever. But... it's ridiculous. And they're like, yeah, no, I know fast food is expensive. No. Go get your fast food. That's fine. But just go fucking drive there. These people are ignoring all the, like, these apps are crazy expensive. The food is all marked up. Like, there's no, like, dude, I make decent money for my area. Like, you know, I'm not going to talk about I'm a truck driver. So my money's good, not amazing. I'm not like a tech, you know, entrepreneur, whatever. Like, I would like to make a lot more money. But compared to a lot of my peer group, I make more money than them. And they're fucking wasting on DoorDash. Like, I don't consider myself having enough money to do that stuff. But anyway, if I go to a fast food place, I'm looking at the deal. What's the box at Taco Bell this week? You know? You don't get that in these apps. So you're spending like $20 to get a meal. Only made sense during the quarantine? Kind of. Here's the thing. Let me spoil things. I'm a conservative. Like, you know, I don't think we should have been quarantined because the flu was like twice as deadly that year. It's just not good for immunity anyway. I don't believe that we should have been locked down, but that's another thing. I'm probably just pissing a bunch of people off now, but sorry, I'm ranting. I'm tired. But I hated the lockdown. But luckily, I wasn't in a major city, so the quarantine wasn't as big a deal. Your girlfriend works for DoorDash and people who are poor tip better. I can see that. Like, I did Uber, like, driving, like, for passengers. And, yeah, the rich people didn't tip that well. It was rare. Like, I would take these... I did longer trips. I'd take some, you know, like, millionaire to his huge mansion, and they wouldn't tip me anything. But, you know, people going to work generally don't like to tip. It was middle-class people. Especially, like, people are traveling. They were just grateful for a ride. So they were good tippers. There's no proof that the quarantine saved lives, but we're not going to agree on that. So there's no point in going into that. Josh, you get sick looking up at skyscrapers, yeah. Yeah, I think they're probably a cool place to visit, but like I have a friend that lives in Chicago. He's another truck driver, and like we talk like little high school girls all night on our headsets. And it's fun. Like he was an over the road truck driver, team driving with his wife, and I was like, dude, why are you living in Chicago? Like, you know, he's buying his first house. And I'm like, dude, for the money you're going to spend on that house, you can get, like, a mansion in middle America. Like, why are you bothering? But he just, you know, he doesn't... Like, he gave the kind of excuses that I was talking about. Like, I need culture, and I need shopping, and I need, you know, different restaurants. And I'm like, you can get all those in just a small city. Like, a small city, like, a population of a couple 100,000. You can get all of that in... like, not small town. If you are used to places like New York City, like major metro areas, like you can consider a place like Syracuse as the sticks. It's not. It's just a small city. It's not a town. But yeah, a small city, you can do everything. Except I can go wherever I want in this place in 10, 15 minutes. If there's construction and rush hour traffic at the same time, my commute might take an extra 5 minutes, and it will drive me crazy. Oh, dude, the whole essential, not essential thing is just bullshit. Your wife made chocolate? That is essential, bro. And, Rokus, by the way, I always tip too. Honestly, some of it's social pressure, but if it's actually going right to that person, I would just rather be nice to them, you know. Me, getting a $5 tip is a lot more meaningful than spending $5 to me. I mean, I'm not very fiscally conservative in my personal life. We're getting there. Come on, finish it up. Like I said, I should really blow experience mats on these guys, but probably going to like literally need 1,000 of them. Oh, Travis T just subscribed according to Streamlabs. Thank you. Oh yeah, like I said, so I don't know if I said it like this. Yeah, getting $5 feels way better than like spending $5, and you know, it's just nice. And also, I did Uber. Like when I take an Uber, I did it before. You are only profiting if you get tipped in that. It's just, I don't know why there are Uber drivers in my area, because I did it before the pandemic, before like rapid inflation. Thanks, Biden. Like it's absolutely crazy, and I'm pretty sure it still pays exactly like, I think it pays less money than it used to, because there's no surging anymore. Uber came kind of late to Central New York, so we were surging all the time. I was spoiled rotten. You know, we were getting double, triple, quadruple surges or more, especially during the winter when the weather was bad. Bad weather doesn't scare me. I'll go drive in a blizzard if it's going to pay 4 or 5 times the normal rate. But now, like, there's no surges. They might get like $1 or $2 bonus sometimes, I think. But now fuel is more expensive. Cars are more expensive. Everything is way more expensive than it was 3 or 4 years ago. These guys are making the same amount of money. So, yeah, if you don't tip your Uber driver, he wasted his time. So, I don't know. Maybe it got better in the last year, but I still follow some of the social pages for the local drivers, and it looks like it's shit pay. But, yeah, the delivery apps have gotten a lot more popular. It must pay out more in comparison. So, yeah. But I just don't know how anybody, like, I don't know how Uber Eats became a thing. Because it's like, when you need to pay somebody enough to make it worth their while to deliver your food. But who's going to pay what it's worth to have somebody drive their food to them? Just, like, make one trip from wherever. Like, you have to pay somebody for driving 20 minutes? Like, that's a lot. Like, and who wants to drive 20 minutes for the couple of bucks that somebody would be willing to pay for delivery? But, I mean, my generation grew up with, like, you know, maybe a couple places in town or around you delivered. And it was just part of their service. Like, that's what you know. You know, your pizza delivery boy was just one of the employees there. So you didn't really think about delivery cost. You tipped them a couple dollars. But, like, now when it's its own job, and there's even more driving around town because they don't work for one restaurant. So they're driving to the restaurant and then to wherever you go. Like, the thought of that being cost efficient is just crazy. But in like that's what I was ranting about. And look, I was sick, or I needed to, I know that there are people that get a lot of use out of delivery services. I'm super glad. But like, just the problem is the average use for them are poor, lazy people. And I'm not, like, these are the people these are my friends. Like, I'm saying, like, it is poor, lazy people. Like, I yell at he has a vehicle. And he and his girlfriend use Uber Eats multiple times a day. They have a child and a new baby at home. And I was like, what the fuck are you doing? You're spending $40 and $50 on these delivery orders, like, every other day. You are poor. I mean, that's my last kind of girlfriend. Like, she's, like, if she has $20 left over at the end of the week, she's not broke. You're broke. You can't afford Uber Eats. Yeah, I can. I have the money for it. No, you can't afford it. You have no money. You have nothing. You know, you're, like, living in somebody's, like, room in their apartment. You have no savings. You have nothing. No vehicle. You have nothing. You are poor. You can't afford Uber Eats. Yeah, I can. Life isn't fair. I can't afford things. Well, first of all, I mean, the grind is really tough right now. I'm actually not on the, like, something, at least in the States, something has to change. Like, making minimum wage or anything close to it, like, living on your own in an apartment, paying your bills and whatnot on even, like, $20 an hour, which was considered an amazing salary 5 or 10 years ago, is just, I actually don't believe in making fun of the lower class right now. But, like, they still have really stupid spending habits. So, it's kind of a... What's the term? Like, it's... Like, it's coming from both sides, however you want to put it. But, you know, part of it is just, like, a lot of people have just said, fuck it. Like, I can't afford to live, so whatever. Let's go drink. Let's go, you know, buy pot. Let's go, you know... I want to sit around and jerk off all day today. I'll just let somebody deliver my food for me. It's a really stupid mindset, but, I mean, when you can barely afford to live, like, that's giving up, and it's hard to blame them. It's not a good idea, but, I mean... Yeah, Tyke, I couldn't understand it. When it came, I was like, who is going to pay what that's worth? And who is dumb enough to drive for how little somebody would pay for delivery? But yeah, delivery is a... I did like one Uber Eats order to test it out, and I called them up. I was like, take this off the app. Like, take it off. Take it off. I'm never, ever doing this again. Because it took me like a half hour, 40 minutes, and I made like $3.50. And when you say made, when you're doing these delivery things, you didn't make that much money. You got that much money in your pocket, and you spent wear and tear, your time, and your fuel. So, I lost money doing it, in reality. Like, if you would have made more money working an hour at McDonald's, you lost money doing it. So. Plus, I mean, it destroys your vehicle. Especially in central New York. The roads here get pretty bad after winter. It was probably Uber, but I could be wrong. I never paid attention. And all those things hit central New York kind of late. Like, Uber only came here, like, 5 years ago, I think. It had been in the cities for years and years, but central New York it was slow to come to. But, I mean, that's just kind of natural for something like that. It has to start in major metro areas. Oh, but anyway, yeah, they didn't have the tip first feature then. Like, and that's the thing. A lot of people still have, like, this, what is now an outdated mindset on, so for driving stuff, like the tip first mentality. You know, what tipping used to be is completely different than tipping your DoorDash driver. Well, I'll tip afterwards if I get good service, and it shouldn't affect whether I get my food in a timely fashion or not. No. The tip is whether or not this guy is wasting his time or not. Like, I know you don't think it's fair, and it's not a fair system. But also, you're a moron if you're a driver that's going to take an order without a tip on it. Because I think probably most people don't tip. And if they didn't tip before, then the chances they're going to tip after are a lot lower. So no, there's like, well, I shouldn't need to tip to get my food delivered. Yeah, in a perfect world, no, but like, that's not how this thing works. You're not getting your food from Uber. You're getting your food from Josh, who's driving his personal vehicle in his personal time with his personal fuel, however, to come bring you that food. He's not guaranteed to make a profit. So no, you don't deserve your food for that price that you paid. He deserves to have the option to do it for a negotiated price. Not necessarily negotiated, but like... So, yes, you do need to tip that guy to make it worth his time. So, it's not the same as, like, tipping a server. Yeah, it's a weird thing. Like, I mean, you know, if you're smart, and depending on the area and the time, you could probably make a bunch of money, you know? But unfortunately, there's a lot of idiots out there that are just busting up their vehicle. Because there's a lot of, there are morons out there. Like, when I did Uber, I would work the airport a lot. Dude, I saw this guy. He was there fairly often. He was driving a giant pickup truck. I don't know why I need to do, a huge pickup truck. And I know what other guy, like, I don't know what's happening on his app, but I know there's no surge in the area. I know he's not doing anything special. So he's taking normal passengers that are paying like $5, $8, $10 a pop. Well, that's what like we would get. If you're taking somebody from the airport to downtown Syracuse, it's an $8 to $10 ride. I know that like he's getting like 15 gallon. He's getting like 15 miles to the gallon. Like he's not making any money. And also, if you guys don't know anything about pickup trucks, I'm not a pickup truck guy. I know they're expensive. I know that when you have a late model, gigantic, oversized truck, that thing MSRP'd for at least $60,000. It's probably like an $80,000. It might be an $80,000 truck. You're getting wear and tear on that for a couple bucks an hour after your fuel costs. You're losing money with the wear and tear on the vehicle. So, like, some people are just fucking stupid doing Uber. You're from Texas, what do you mean big? Like micro penis big truck, Sorry, I hate pickup trucks. I hate them. They're generally driven by assholes. I know it's a different world down there in Texas. I just hate... Like, look, man, if there's not equipment in, like, a tool chest or ladder or whatever in the back of your pickup truck, it's probably because you're not happy with your manhood. Sorry, not sorry. And, that's another thing. My broke friend that I was mentioning he's got a wife and a kid and baby at home, and he's just blowing his money on Uber Eats all the time. Refuses to buy a car. He has to have a pickup. He doesn't need one. He utilizes a pickup every once in a while, He doesn't mind coming and picking up, like, your washing machine for you and stuff like that. It's cool. He helped me get rid of my old mattress. I paid him for it. But, like, he does not need a pickup truck. But he won't drive a car. Like, he won't buy a car as a personal vehicle. But he will spend extra money to get a pickup truck. Like, guys are just driving around for funsies. I think that, honestly, they're commercial vehicles a lot of the time. And it's just like, well, I just really like, augmenting my wiener size. Sorry, I know. I'm looking for things to piss people off today, I think. But hey, to each their own, I just don't like pickups. And the prices on them have just gone insane. I think that was the 5th one. I think this is my last run today. 1,500 or 25. I'm not sure. I don't know anything about pickup trucks. And also, I deliver auto parts for a living. So fuck tow hitches. I hate tow hitches. These things are heavy. Joshy Boy just joined the Discord. Thank you. If you are interested in joining the Discord and you haven't already, make sure you do that, guys. I'm going to put a link in the chat eventually, once I figure it out how. Boomer moment. There we go. Join the Discord, guys. We got like 30 people in there now, I think. Pretty cool. You have direct access to your favorite YouTuber, Chase Games. If I feel like it. Oh, there's Dr. Jimmy. Welcome. Oh yeah, no, it's nothing against the delivery workers. No, I did. Well, I didn't do the delivery. I did the just passenger, but it's not hugely different. No, no, no. And I'm glad they're making money for it. The gig jobs are great. There is a problem with. There are lazy people that once they start doing gig work, literally just refuse to go get a real job. But that's a whole other thing. Whatever. I know a couple of dirtbags like that. But yeah, no, it's great that, like, you know, getting a part-time job is not as easy. Like, oh yeah, you know, your full-time job doesn't, if you don't have a stable 9 to 5 schedule, which is, you know, when you're not like a professional, when you're doing like non-skilled labor, the thought of a 9 to 5 is a dream. So a lot of people don't understand, like, just go get a part-time job. Oh yeah, my boss will love that. Now it's like, oh yeah, sorry boss, you now need to work around my schedule with this other part-time job that I'm doing. You know, and just, oh yeah, you know, I'll go work a double shift, you know, I'll go work 8 hours here and then 8 hours there. You know, it's just, it's a lot harder. So the potential for a part-time job that you can do when you can, that's amazing. You worked security guard for a hospital? Oh, that was a big thing. I did security for a while, but I didn't work. Like, I was just a moron that wore a uniform. I didn't need to be a moron. I chose to be a moron. But honestly, guys, like, basic, like, if you see Securitas, that's who I worked with, that is just a moron wearing a uniform. And I'm not exaggerating. The dumber you are, the better. They want guys that don't question anything. Like, sit there, sign people in, do your walks. Like, my bosses loved the idiots. Like, the dumber you are, the better, because they don't ask any questions. They just do their simple task. Because honestly, your job is just to be there. It's generally just something for insurance, or like they're just using you as their, like, sign-in person at the front desk. But it was a sweet gig. You get put on the right site. You can just play games, watch movies, read books all night. Like, literally, there's nothing to do at some of the security sites. The pay isn't great, but it's usually better than working fast food, or close enough. You know, do you want to work fast food and get greasy and dirty and stuff, or do you want to jerk off in a shack somewhere all night for maybe $1 an hour less? Yes, being security guard's awesome. Anyway, yeah, but they also worked the hospital up here, and that was like the real account. Like, that's where you actually had to do things. Anyway, yeah, sorry. So that's enough about me disparaging, you know, culture or economic classes of people, and being opinionated on partisan issues. And just making sure that I lose like 10 to 20% of my viewers. I think I'm done with that today. Was it haunted? It wasn't. I don't know. I tried not to think about it. I will say, so me doing delivery, I like, there's a podcast that I listen to, the No Sleep Horror Podcast. It's amazing. If you're not like a big scaredy cat, honestly, a lot of them aren't even that scary. Most of them aren't very scary. The production value in it is amazing. Obviously, it's a free podcast. They do have a premium option for like more stories, and it's deserved. I've never done it, but that's just because I have so much of the free ones to listen to. But they don't bother me. I go to sleep listening to these things. But every once in a while, like, one of the stories will actually be creepy. And then I'm doing my delivery, and I get reminded that I am all alone in a parking lot in the middle of nowhere at 3 a.m. And it's like, maybe I'm not going to listen to my horror podcast during work anymore. Paranormal stuff gets me. Like, when we're talking about movies, I like horror movies, although good ones are so hard to find. But, anything paranormal. The Grudge. The Grudge is the scariest movie ever. Let me see. Which other ones did I really like? Dude, Paranormal Activity. That got me. Yeah, I kind of like the faceless. Not like a slasher. Just a slasher. I'm gonna kill you. Gorefest. Like, Gorefest movies are fun. They're not scary. Like, they might make you jump. But yeah, any paranormal stuff scares the crap out of me. Slashers, honestly, they're boring. Like, classic slashers, I don't like them at all, really. First Paranormal Activity was pretty good. Yeah, the second one was good. Might even be better. I think the third one was good, and then 4 and 5, like, they just fell off. But that's to be expected with that many sequels. Dude, I totally... Yeah, if you're in a rural area, like, people don't know what it's... People like to use the term middle of nowhere. You're probably not middle of nowhere, but, like, a lot of the people here, like, when we were talking about, like, you know, big cities and stuff like that before, like, people in Syracuse think we're in the sticks. I mean, this is a very populated area. It's not overpopulated. We're not living on top of each other like fucking cockroaches. But, like, there's no middle of nowhere in New York State. So, like, when your neighbors are miles away, which most people can't even contemplate being miles away from other people every day. But yeah, when you're, you know, even your neighbors being, like, out of earshot is foreign to a lot of people now. Most people, I think. So yeah, dude, I get the same in my truck. Now normally I park at truck stops, but as a truck driver, when you're over the road, you will be at a point where you're probably going to park in an empty lot somewhere. And then it hits you like, I'm just in a vehicle, like, yes, I'm in a metal vehicle. There's locks and, you know, windows aren't that easy to break. They're not that hard. But, like, okay, I feel secure in my vehicle here. It's locked up. But also, how hard is it to break into a vehicle? Like, trucks are really easy to get into. Like, if you have a Freightliner... Here's something. If you have a Freightliner, like, key... They only make, like, 5 or 10 different cuts for those keys. When a truck driver gets locked out of his truck, he will... Like, if he's in a truck stop, he'll start waving down other drivers. Driver, can I try your key? Can I try your key? Most of the time it works. You know? Like, that's how easy it is to get into a truck. People open up other guys' trucks that are locked by accident all the time. Not all the time, but, like, it ain't rare. So yeah, I understand, like, just being by yourself can get creepy. Yeah, exactly. Ohio, yeah, you got a lot of farm area out there. I like driving through those parts of Ohio. Miles away was how my dad grew up. There's definitely pluses and minuses. Like, I kind of like, the older I get, the more I like the thought of that. I will admit that as much as I shit on, like, living in a major city, I do like my small to mid-sized city. Like, I like that I don't have to drive 45 minutes to get to Walmart. You know, so. But also, like, you know, it'd be nice if I didn't have, you know, cussing teens walking up and down the street randomly. So, you know, plus and minus, pros and cons. Let me see. Oh, yeah, Paranormal Activity where the girl is driving. Yeah, dude, that was creepy. For me, Paranormal Activity, the build-up, like, it's so much better the first time, obviously. But, like, the build-up, and then when she just gets pushed across the room and stuff, like, yeah, it was crazy. Anyway, guys, I'm exhausted, alright? I'm out of my stamina. I'm gonna be back... I'll probably stream, like, tomorrow afternoon. Just, well, I don't know if there's going to be a stream tomorrow, guys. Like, before the event. I don't know. But I'll warn you guys in the Discord. So make sure, if you guys want the announcements, you know, there's probably notifications in YouTube, but join the Discord. And I put this in the channel, but for the Discord, I made a live stream channel, alright? And I do add everyone when I do a thing. If you don't want that, make sure you mute the live stream channel. so that you don't get the add everyone notification. Because I've been in Discords for YouTubers that did that, and it pissed me off. So make sure you mute the live streams channel if you don't want announcements for my stream. But anyway, thank you guys. It was a lot of fun today. I'm really excited for the first event. I wish it wasn't Seed, but I'm really excited. I hope you guys are too. I'm going to be there with you. 34 hours from now, 11 p.m. East Coast time in the States. Figure it out for yourself. Noon JST, noon Japanese Standard Time is when it comes, the 30th. So keep in mind, for a couple of us, that's going to be the 29th. All right, anyway, I'm done. Thanks again, guys.